But we're live. Hi, everybody. Hi. Welcome to Live with Georgia on YouTube. This is the official YouTube launch party. I have basically crawled my way into this. Welcome. I've got balloons and streamers. Yay! Congratulations. They make noises. Yay! Welcome to YouTube. Hi, we've got someone watching. This is awesome. Let me know who you are, and by making a comment. This is awesome. Welcome to the inaugural YouTube launch party for Live with Georgia. Now, I'm not sure why I've got these earbuds here because I'm not really going to be listening to it. So I'm going to take this off. Here we go. I'm so used to doing Zoom and, having the interface with Zoom and having, the need to hear somebody speaking with me, although I'd love to. Pam, hi. Is this Pam from Australia? Thank you so much for coming. It's perfect time for all of my Australian friends and family to come on. It's 10 a.m. Sunday morning. If you're not in church, you're here. It's not to make you feel bad. Actually, you may still be in quarantine, right? Well, welcome. This is the launch of my YouTube Live with Georgia shows. I'll be going weekly, Saturday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh, Pam from Texas. Even better. Hi, Pam. Nice to meet you. Welcome. And so on this channel and every Saturday night, I'll be doing readings using the tarot. So I will probably feature different decks, but my sort of favorite go-to is the Smith-Waite Tarot deck. Jennifer, hi, thank you. And Jennifer Anderson helped me so much. She's a social media master and has helped me get out emails and posting on Facebook. And if you need her help, contact her. Oh, Pam. Oh, Pamela Pfeiffer. Thank you so much, SQ family. I forgot that you were in Texas. Thank you so much, Pam. Thanks for your support. Thanks for being here. It was just such a flurry to get on, and I was still applying makeup, and I'm sure all this foundation, actually, I'm going to back up. So I've been working on this YouTube launch for maybe a few months, right? Maybe 2 or 3 months, probably most of the time that we've all been in lockdown in New York for COVID. And hey, Jenny, hi. And so I've been using that time to, think about how, I'm going to rebrand. And I did hire a stylist. And this is a woman who helped my friend Stephanie Wild when she was rebranding herself. Her name is Alexandra Greenewalt, and she's an amazing stylist. She has helped me basically create this that you're looking at. I hope I'm making you proud, Alexandra. Kristen and I probably need a few more sessions. So Kristen Arnett is a wonderful makeup artist, and you probably can't tell. All I've done is put on some mascara. I had so much fun. I had so much fun just thinking about color, thinking about what a color means to us, thinking about how we interact with each other in color. And I love these colors. I love these dark midnight blues, these purples. Deborah, Anna, hi. Having a Guinness. Oh, I did say bring a drink, and actually I'm without one. I just brought my little streamers and happy things. Oh, thanks, Elaine. Thank you so much. Thanks for all your compliments. Thank you, Lorelei. That's so sweet. Thank you. Oh, cheers to everybody who's having a drink, and let's party up. Where are these balloons and things? Stuck them up on the wall. Yes, very sparkly. So I love these little pearl sparkly things. I'm sort of inspired by the cosmos and the stars, and basically that idea that we're all stardust and we will all return to this. Once we're finished being inside the body, and that idea of spirit being in a human body, and what tarot sort of walks us through the whole journey of the spirit in the body. I love thinking about it. I love reading the tarot, and I love talking about it. Love talking about the conscious and the subconscious. So if you hang out with me in these lives as we continue forward, we're going to be learning about the tarot. We're going to be talking about anything and everything spiritual. And of course, everything is for your entertainment only. So let me know if you're not being entertained, because then we'll switch it up. Thank you so much. Candace from Northern California. Yay! Oh, and Susie's here from Aligned Relationships. Yay! Everybody get on over to Aligned Relationships on YouTube and click subscribe. Click the bell, because that's the only way you get to know, when we're on. If you have the YouTube app and you get little notifications, and then you can just scroll and see what's there and join in if someone's live. Pamela, thank you so much. Thank you. I have a few friends named Pamela back home, so it was like, I made it easy for you. You might join in, but thank you so much, Pamela. My SQ family right here. Woo! Oh, thank you so much, Linda. Susie, if you want to put in your link to your YouTube channel, go right ahead. We're all about sharing and caring, right? So we're here to walk shoulder to shoulder, all within, we're all looking in the same direction. We've all got the same goal. That's to spread as much love as we can, as is possible within this lifetime, to love more, love better. And we start with ourselves. And I have a new subscriber. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Jennifer. So, Jennifer, I thank you for subscribing to the channel, but there's no but there. There's just a really big thank you. And I thought that you had subscribed yesterday, so it's so interesting that I'm getting notifications because I've left this thing on. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited to be here, and I kind of can't contain it. I feel like we're all here. This has been, building up for so long. Susie says, here to celebrate how amazing you are and how aligning you are for so many. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know Susie does relationship work, and I know that the first relationship she talks about is the one with yourself. And we have to keep checking in with ourselves. How am I doing? Am I loving what I'm doing? Am I loving being here? Am I full of love? Am I overflowing? Do I have some to give? And that when we're feeling that, overflowing, and when we're giving that which is overflowing, it's palpable and it goes a very, very long way. And that's kind of like the best relationship, isn't it? When you're just loving up on yourself. Hi, Lois, how are you? Hi, that's Ilia's here. Wonderful. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. I've got some special announcements. We've got some goodies to give away today. You may have noticed in the ad that went round, we have a special mala that I made for tonight, a free 30-minute reading with me, which in 30 minutes you can get a lot of questions answered. So I thought, a sort of tarot-specific 30-minute reading would give somebody a nice sort of idea of what it's like to have a reading with me. So if you've had one with me before, wonderful, you know what you could possibly win. And if you haven't, you're up for a treat. And I was also wondering how I was going to raffle, because nobody has tickets. Hi, Kristen. Thanks for coming. Because nobody has tickets. So I think there are 20 people on. So when we start, I'm going to have a look at how many people on, and I'll get you all to choose between a number of one. Say, for example, now, a number between 1 and 20, but not yet. Let's wait a little bit. And then that's how I'll raffle off there's a mala, which comes with a very special mala bag, which I'll be showing you and talking to you about. Rebecca, hi. Thanks for being here. Thank you. Thanks for coming. So, yeah, there's a watercolor painting, which will be, if you've looked at my Instagram page, I don't have an example of it, but it's a little 5x7 watercolor painting, which will have a mantra of your choice on it. And so it'll be made specific for you with your favorite colors, and something you can put on your wall to remind yourself of, something that makes you feel good, that raises your vibration every time you look at it. And so those are the three giveaways. Obviously, there's 4 because I just put up 4 fingers. And the 4th is these, I'm going to give away, see this wonderful Prima Prana hoodie, geometric, amazing energy print. They come in cards sizes, and they're about, what is this? Maybe they're like 5 inches square, and they're printed on paper. And I think you can buy them at Creek and Wellness Retreat Centre in Ireland. This symbol is the Prima Prana Hootie symbol, which was brought through by Derek O'Neill in 2015, I believe, and actually 2014. And you can get these cards yourself online, either through his website. I'll actually put the link through at the end of the video once I post it. So you can get these. But if you're lucky enough, I have 5 of these, which I'm going to give to anyone who misses out on the other 3, who, you know, it's not a tried system at all. We're going to be picking numbers out of the top of my head. And if you're thinking that number at the same time, that's how we're going to, this is how we're going to give away these wonderful prizes. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And I also have my tarot cards here, so we can do some mini readings, and everybody who's here is going to get a mini card. If you have any questions that make it specific, that's going to be even better. I love this deck because you get the full picture. And this is the borderless edition. Can you see how there's no border around the outside of the card? And normally there is. And I love this camera. Look at how much accuracy. Look at that focus. Oh, I love it so much. And a friend of mine, Jennifer Hernandez, helped me understand how to use this camera. So instead of, if I bring it back too quickly, I remain out of focus. But if I do it slowly, I get in focus. All these tech sort of notes and little tips and tricks that I've found out, which is really awesome. Crystal clear, says Elaine. Thank you so much. Salton Sea Sanctuary. Yay! Alexandra's here. So please meet Alexandra Greenewalt, my absolute amazing stylist. She's the one that put this whole look together that you're seeing. I cheated a little bit by buying red glasses, but my brand colors are basically these beautiful navy purples and silvers, and I'm loving these colors. They're absolutely fantastic, and I've always gravitated to them. And Alexandra was able to kind of just, you know, open the door to this whole world of fashion for me, and connecting fashion with intuition, because she kind of had this idea of, you know, how I could look, and then suddenly it all started to come together. And as we put, you know, we bought the clothes and then the accessories, and then, you know, little by little I saw all of her favorite people, and it was just fantastic. I highly recommend her. And we did it all virtually during the COVID pandemic. So I think if we can do this, we can do anything. Alexandra can do anything. So please contact her, and I'll hopefully also have her contact details. Cheating is okay, says Alexandra. That's true. That's true. I do. I feel beautiful. Thank you so much. That is the point, isn't it? You know, having something that that not only looks good but makes you feel good on the inside, right? Because uncomfortable fashion, it might be good for some, but it certainly hasn't been for me. And not in the 8 years since I've had children. It's all been about comfort, and there has been no fashion in that. So it's good to come out of t-shirts and lycra pants. Thank you very much. But that's not all. I had a photo shoot with Alexandra and Michael, and that was amazing. And I'll be posting photos of that very, very soon. And so look out for that. I'm actually also in the middle of revising my website, georgiamarantos.com. And so there'll be more eye candy for you all. Have a look at, you know, some magic that can happen on the pages. Love. Yay, we're celebrating. We're celebrating. It's been a wonderful ride. Thank you. Very creative. Thank you, Elia. Thank you, thank you. And so the rose has blossomed. Thank you, thank you. I'm about to, I also wanted to mention, because I mentioned it last time I went live, that for YouTube and for my time here, moving forward, I'll be asking for donations for readings. And there'll be, this will be an exchange of energy for us, but also an exchange that will, because of this, we'll be able to make life better for others. A portion, a 30% of the price that you pay for the reading, moving forward, not tonight. Tonight, readings are free. Yay! But moving forward, we'll be choosing a charity to give 30% of everything that we make, everything that I make through readings on YouTube will be going straight to the charity. And I'll be making sure that I'm fairly transparent, very transparent, not fairly, fair to everybody. And we're going to choose the charity. So actually, we could start with that now. I have a beautiful little bag here, and I've put in all the charities that people had mentioned to me last time. So if you have another charity that you want to put down and have us send money to, please write it down. Hi, Kristen. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much, everybody. Lois, everybody. If I've missed your name, forgive me. Thank you for being here. Absolutely love you. Thank you. So one, for example, is Kristen O'Toole's niece. She's been helping the homeless in Kensington, London, and she was wondering if we could use her charity, send her some money. So I'm putting this one in the little box. I'm going to shake them up and then I'll pick one blind. The other charity that's been recommended is Rainforest Flow by Nancy Santullo. And she makes, she goes to the Peruvian Amazon and helps the tribes people there to have clean, filtered water so that they don't get any of the diseases that come through, all the sort of parasitic diseases, etc., that come through dirty water. And so she's been helping these people for many, many years, and hers is the Rainforest Flow, another one that we could help tonight or moving forward. We're going to be choosing. My friend Lara Sala, who mentioned Mamas of Africa, and this is an organization that helps orangutans. And I'm assuming that it's helping them with their habitat. So that didn't work. So this is me trying to get the camera to focus on what it is that I'm putting forward here. Let's have a look. Kind of. So that's Lara. Lara suggested this one, Mamas of Africa. That's another one. Does any, oh, Animal Wildlife. Thanks, Rebecca. I'm going to put that one in now. Animal Wildlife. Where have my pens gone? Wonderful. Alexandra, I put the crown on and it kept slipping off. So Alexandra has these wonderful ideas about getting lots of height in my hair, and I'm going to show it to you because it's actually really fun. So we found this crystal crown, and look at it. It's really fun, but it keeps slipping off my head. And you kind of can't see it, but gosh, look at it. I will try to, I need to have like a really high hairdo for this to actually show up. But how fun is this, right? I've been having a lot of fun shopping. Finding stuff on Etsy. So these are all made by artists on Etsy, and they're really amazing and really beautiful. A crystal crown. What's better than a crystal crown? A YouTube launch party with all my friends. Yay! So we've got Animal Wildlife. Thank you, Rebecca Scott. I'll look them up a little later and let you all know. We've chosen our charity of choice. And I think the last one was Doctors Without Borders. Right? Put this one on here. Anyone else? Wild animals constantly working for us all. Let's see. Anyone else? Hi, Maria. Thank you for coming. Alexandra says attach it with bobby pins. That's a good point. Yeah, I'll have to kind of find some way to get it, you know, there's almost like a separate attachment because it's quite thick. But maybe I need to find the right bobby pin. I've never really used them that much, so I bet you there probably is the perfect bobby pin for it. So here we go. We're going to choose the charity moving forward that will be helping through payment for an exchange for readings as they happen on YouTube. I'm going to mix it up. All right, drum roll, please. Oh, wait, Rebecca says backpacks for the street. Wait, we've got to put that in. Just going to get them all in before we go. That was another one. Wildlife. Backpacks for the street. That sounds awesome. Friends of mine in New Jersey actually put together backpacks for children who don't have any. So they fill it full of school books and pencils and everything a child starting school could possibly need. And their names are Annie. Now I can't remember her family name. I'll see if I can remember to put that in. Backpacks for the street. Awesome. Big hair, says Elaine. Yeah, I got to get myself some big hair. Backpacks for the street. I'm excited to find out who it's going to be. All right, here we go. I can't look. Going in. There we go. Here it is. It's Lara Sala, Mamas of Africa, helping the orangutans and the wildlife there. And presumably they've been losing their, their forests. And so I'll find out more about them. Oh, so Rebecca says 100% of the money goes to backpacks for the homeless. Oh, that's fantastic. I'll definitely be keeping these in here. And as we use each one, I'll just keep all the charities that people ever recommend in here, and we'll keep picking one each month. And then everything that we make goes to them, which is awesome. So for the month of the end of June and the whole of July, we'll be helping Mamas of Africa. And next time I go live, which is next Saturday night, I'll be letting you know all about this charity. So I'm very excited. I'll even post about it. Okay, so who's ready for the first giveaway? I'm so excited. If you have a question, please make a comment, and I'm more than happy to choose a card for you. I'm feeling very tarot happy, very ready to do a reading. I'm sure it'll just be joyous. The energy's joyous, so we're just going to have really happy reading. So if you want to manifest something good for your future, ask a question tonight. Spirit's feeling very positive. So Susie, yeah, absolutely. So let's jump in with a couple of questions, and then we'll in the meantime, we have 22 people watching. So I want everybody to choose a number between 1 and 22. Does that make sense? That doesn't really make sense. Why don't we just randomly choose a number between 1 and 30? And and I'm going to choose a number, and I'm going to keep it in my head. And you have to, okay, well, now we're going to test how psychic you all are. I'm going to be thinking of a number, and I have it right now. Hold on. I have a number in my head between 1 and 30. And I want you to think of a number between 1 and 30. And the person that comes closest to the number that I have wins the first prize, which is a half-hour reading with me. This is a 30-minute tarot card reading with Georgiamarantos. And you bring your questions. The more specific the questions, the more specific the answers. And we can go really deep very quickly. So, and that's one of my favorite things to do. People are often a little surprised. If you want a general reading, you might want to pass me up. But tonight we're doing very general and happy reading. So let me know. So let me see. Who wanted a card? We had aligned relationships. So that's Susie has a question. Susie, type out your question. Let me know what it is. Anna Leclerc. So Deb would love a card. That's awesome. Rebecca, if you'd love a card, let me know. Lorelei says love prospector Amy. Okay, so let's get in there. I'll go straight to Pam. So Pam, I'm going to pick a card unless you tell me what your question is. Here we go. I see all the numbers. I'm going to have a look back at the numbers and see who got closest. But I think maybe someone even guessed the exact one. This is exciting. So this is a card for Pamela. It's going to be a general one, Pamela. Oh, Pamela, it's beautiful. Here she is, the Queen of Swords. Pamela, this is you. Look at that beautiful clear sky. I really feel like you're living your life now with absolutely no worries. You know, the worries are those clouds, and often when there's a card that sort of signifies someone who's feeling worried or, you know, has a lot of worries on their plate, that's not you. I see you reaching for the stars, reaching for the positivity, reaching for the sun. And can you see how the light is kind of, it's reflecting in this top corner here? I actually feel like you're very close to spirit and very close to the light, just in your relationship with spirit. And you even have one really good, see this bird that's flying right over the top of your head? You have a very strong spirit guide, and this spirit guide is putting and sort of telling you and giving you some really good ideas. So I would actually, if you feel like doing this, sit in meditation and communicate with your guidance. Now you can ask who it is, or you could simply just allow the guidance to come through and know that it's a positive. You know, I want to talk a little bit about this, because when we sit in meditation and we're opening to spirit, it's really important to protect ourselves. So it's important, number one, to ground ourselves. So imagine that there are roots from our body going down into the earth. And then when we're opening to spirit, we are grounded, and we're also putting in a prayer, an intention, so that only love can come in and love can go out, or that only spirits of the light can come in. And you can always test a spirit, and I'll be doing another video on that, about how to test whether spirits are from the light or from the dark or from wherever. And I must say that part of what I've really loved about this new color change, you know, this dark navy and the dark purples, is that I've been working with the shadow and looking at the darker side. I mean, when you think about COVID, and you think about the fact that we've been facing death and facing our fear of death, and also with what's been happening following COVID, with this cracking open of the wounds that are in America with the Black Lives Matter, and, you know, really important things that are happening. And it's like we are being faced to see ourselves. We're being faced with ourselves in such a direct way. And having been forced to be at home and then to have a look at ourselves, it's like, for people who run away from looking at themselves, this is like the worst time in history for you and me and all of us who do that, right? So we're being forced to look at ourselves in a very direct way. And I love these colors, because it reminds me to meet the shadow with love, and that the light comes from the dark, and that the dark and the light, they dance together. And if we could simply be okay, it's not simple. It's a lifelong process for some. Some get it straight away. But if we can sit with the light and the dark in good company with both, then we're probably in the most balanced place possible for a human being to be, with everything that happens to them in their lives. Well, that was a little bit of wonderful information that came through with your card, Pamela. So the Queen of Swords is the woman of strategy, of balance. And can you see she's wearing a mala? I know you make necklaces and malas, so, you know, remember to keep doing your mantra practice. And today somebody will be winning a wonderful mala that I made especially for our show tonight. So excited to show it to you a little bit later. Let's see who won the here we go. So we've got 22, 11, 17, 5, 10, 16, 83, 18, 15. It was 16. Lois Tobin, yay! Woo! I thought maybe two people had gotten it, but one was 16 and the other was 15. So the number I had in my mind was 16. Yay! Congratulations, Lois. I'll be contacting you, and we'll be setting up that half-hour reading, okay? Yay! I wish I had some sound effects, like some clapping in the background. Oh. Hope everybody's giving a clap to Lois. Well done, Lois. Looking forward to it. So let's get some more cards done. Let's read some cards. So we have Deb said, would love a card. You betcha. You know, I've got balloons here and they're kind of pressing into me. They're kind of pushing me forward. Here we go. And I can't sit back. All right, this one is for you, Deb Ward. Wow, look at this one. The Ace of Cups. I love this card. How can you not love this card? There's water, emotions, positive emotions overflowing. The Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is coming into your cup. You're overflowing with the Holy Spirit and love. And anybody who comes into your aura, see these little yods, these little sort of auric things that are floating around this beautiful cup that's coming out from Spirit. Everybody who comes into your aura feels it. Consciously, unconsciously, everybody benefits from your overflowing cup, Deb. So enjoy, and everybody around you who comes into your aura. And also look at this pond. It's a lily pond. These are water lilies or lotuses. And what they say about lotuses is that they grow out of the mud, don't they? Without no mud, no lotus. And I think that quote is from Thich Nhat Hanh. And it's very powerful because when you've suffered a lot in your lifetime, that's the mud, right? The things that go wrong. And I know we talk about karma and the fact that, yes, things, you know, when things are going wrong, if you can look at this event as a karmic happening, i.e. This has come back into your life to balance something out from previously, maybe this lifetime or a previous lifetime, then you can accept this karma with grace. I mean, these are really big words, right? Accept karma with grace. And I think that, you know, in a very, very deep, deep way, if we can allow whatever happens to happen, then that's accepting karma with grace. So I believe that that's what you've done, Deb. You've been doing this in your life and continue to do that. And I think that this is what makes you a great teacher for those that come into your aura. Congratulations. Great cup. Great cup. Great card. Oh, I'm just giddy. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm so happy. Just so happy to be here. I have no idea why I'm so happy to be here, really. It's been a culmination of everything. We're sort of launching YouTube. We're launching. Being here with all of you is making me super, super happy, super giddy happy. Best kind of happy there is. So we have Lois, who just won a free 30-minute reading with me. Yay! There are 24 people on. Isn't this wonderful? So I'm going to choose a number now between 1 and 50. Should I make it harder? Anyone who comes close to this number, between 1 and 50, will get a mala, a very, very special mala. So I make custom malas, and I know some of you know that I do, and some of you have some of the malas that I make. A mala is a string of beads. So they're beads on a string, and in the Hindu and I think Tibetan religions, there are 108 beads on these prayer beads, whereas the Christians have, I'm not sure how many there are, but they're sort of, you know, I think there might be 44. I could be wrong, but that each bead you say a specific saying on. So in the Christian religion, you will say Hail Marys and Our Father, the prayers. Whereas in the Hindu religion, the beads, the mantras or the prayers that you use on each of the beads are specific to which God you pray to, or you know, what particular sort of I don't quite know what particular area or you live in the whole of India. I mean, it's very specific, but there are hundreds and hundreds of mantras, as they're called, these sort of syllables that are put together that raise your vibration. And also it's a form of meditation where you repeat the same words over and over, and they put you in a state of grace, don't they? And certainly the Islamic religion has prayer beads. The Greek religion, Orthodox, have prayer beads. I actually have worry beads, which is a little bit different. But, you know, by repeating and touching the beads, it lifts worry. So I think it's the same. Almost every religion has a set of prayer beads. So this is the mala. Have a look at this. It's made of sandalwood. Now, I normally make malas and I knot them. I put like a knot in between, but this is not that. These beads are simply strung together. These are very, very special beads. These were the last sandalwood beads that I found from a woman who sells them. She's indieodyssey.com, and this is a woman who sources them in India. She, I think, sources most of her goods from Vrindavan in India, and she also makes mala bags. And I haven't been able to source really good sandalwood beads from her for about a year now. And I think they're basically running out of sandalwood and real sandalwood, and they're using other types of woods. But these ones are beautiful. I'm just going to put them up close. And I'm going to show you the mala bag that it comes with. This is a very traditional Japa mala bag. You'll see it's kind of, it comes in a, this has been handmade of recycled silk saris from Indian women in India, and they're sewn together by widows. And normally there's a caste system in India, and women who have been married and then widowed are normally sort of dropped in the level of importance and, you know, have difficulty making money. And so these are all handmade in India. Let's see if I can get it. There it is. India Odyssey. Oh, I didn't do that one properly. Hold on, let's try again. I'm meant to go midway, and then bring it in. I won't waste your time, but that basically says handmade in India by women for Indie Odyssey, Vrindavan.com. And this is indieodyssey.com. And so this bag, you can put your mala in it, or your prayer beads in it, and it has a pocket for your hand to go in, and for you to use your handbag. Now, in the Hindu religion, you never touch the mala with your forefinger. So there's a little pocket for your finger to come out, and you just use your other fingers to touch the beads with. Isn't that wonderful? And this is a little. You hang it from here if you want to walk around with your mala bag. It's actually quite a nice accessory, but it's beautiful. It's my favorite color. And these sandalwood beads are the last ones that I have. I don't have any more of these, not even for myself. So I'm giving away something very, very treasured to me. I'll just show you the guru bead. If you can see, I don't know if that's in focus. This bead is the guru bead, and this is the bead there's 108 sandalwood beads, and this is the guru bead or the maru bead. That has 3 holes, right? And the guru bead is the bead that represents the Satguru, or the guru within, or the guru that's outside of us, but both represent the same thing, which is that in the inner part of us that gives us that guidance toward the truth and connection with God consciousness. And this is a beautiful indigo color. So somebody's going to win this amazing mala. It's quite stiff at the moment because I've pulled it tight, but once you use it, it'll loosen up. And so think of a number between 1 and 50. Is that what I said? Look at that beautiful blue. And you'll get the mala and the bag. And this mala would normally cost $60, and the bag would be $10. So this is about $70 worth. This is a real good deal. A half an hour reading with me costs $90. So that's a really good deal, Lois. So I'm really happy to share my gifts with everybody. Look at that. Now I got it focusing perfectly. So between 1 and 50, here we go. Now, where did we start? So, okay, that's great. Candace Martin says, Giddy is good. Thank you. All right, 37, 42, 33, 42, 44, 36, 25. I'm going to keep going. 45, 24, 28, 37, down there, and there's 50. 37 and 39 says Sean. Okay, let me tell you one. Drum roll, please. Someone actually picked the exact number. I'm very impressed. Drum roll. Ta-da! The winner is Susie Connolly of Aligned Relationships. It was number 44. And I've put a very special mantra in this too, so I made sure that I did a prayer on it after I made it. So I hope you enjoy it, Susie. If you can send me your address, and I'll be shipping that off to you very soon. Yay! Congratulations, Susie. Deb says, I love your malas so much, Georgia. They've been absolutely amazing and powerful. And Deb has been burning through them, burning through that karma, that Ace of Cups, right? Meeting one's karma with grace. And Susie says, oh my gosh, so significant for me with the sandalwood. You are a goddess. Thank you. I'm in good company with you and with all of my friends. We are all goddesses here and gods, right? Wonderful. Yay. If you want me to make a mala for you, you're going to have to wait in line. Anna Leclerc and Sean Gardner are my two priorities as soon as I finish. So when I make a custom mala, I can make one where I just channel the stones and, and everything for you, and the pendant and the maru bead. And then it becomes a sort of, a spirit-led exercise. But I'm also very happy to make malas where you tell me, well, I like those beads with that, and it all works perfectly. Because every time I'm working with a mala, I'm working with a person's energy. And I always find it, it's a journey. It's always a journey. And I love it. I haven't had as much time to make them as I've wanted to, but there's certainly something that I love to do, and I'm still making them. And so, yay to Susie, who's going to get that. So actually with these last two, hey, Fran, hi, welcome. I'm going to go back and see if I can grab do some more readings for some people, because I know, let me see, someone asked for a card. Here we go. And Kathy's card for George, that's her question. So Jennifer, Kathy says 30 and Jen says 8. Oh, good. So Kathy's on, coming through you, which is awesome. Okay, so Jenny had a question, that's right. And Pam, I did Pam. And Deb and Lorelei. Here you go, Lorelei. I'm going to get you a card. And Anna. So Anna was before Lorelei. Let me do that. Anna, I'm about to give you a card. So Anna, know that your mala is a priority, and I'll be doing it. I love making them. I really do. I just am pretty busy during the days, and my spare time has been taken up over the last 3 months doing this project, making YouTube come live, and working with Alexandra and Kristen and all these wonderful people. Can't wait to show you my photo shoot. Interestingly, Alexandra got an email literally yesterday from a company that was interested in her work as a stylist and looking at whether she does any before and after photo shoots. And so for people who work via Zoom or via the internet, and I'm like the perfect example of that, because I specifically sought her out to help me style myself digitally on the internet. And so that's really exciting. So we might get featured in an article somewhere through her work, through this magazine that contacted her for her work. I hope she left her details. I'll certainly add them in later. So this is for Lorelei. Lorelei, I'm picking straight. The question is, Anna, wait, I don't want to confuse. So this is one thing. I always want to be very specific. Lorelei has a relationship question, love prospect, and Anna's getting a general card. So I'm going to try again. And aligned relationships. Susie, did you give me your question? You did. Good. All right. I'm going to have to let this balloon go. It keeps pushing me. It's like, do you want to answer that question? Yeah, I do. There it is. There we go. That feels better. All right, here we go. We've got Anna. This card is for you, Anna. Now, every time I pull the devil, I tell this story. Face the devil and finish the game. So this is something that Sathya Sai Baba says, doesn't he? It's all about the shadow, and which is why I was talking. I love these new colors, because it's about being in the shadow and looking for the light, or being the light in the darkness. And I really feel that this is what this card is about. So if you have any fears, if you have any thoughts that go round in circles, understand that actually the devil is also God, right? So whenever something's not going the way we think it is, it's like, but where are you, God? And I know you, Anna, so I know that you know this, and that you do this quite regularly. It's like, no, there's never going to be a moment where you forget that, hang on, I'm here to kind of part the curtains, part the veil, and have a look at what's really going on here, and where are you, God? And I think this is what this card is saying. And also look at the way that the devil has his hand up in a mudra, right? So I feel like there's a specific mudra for you when you're doing your meditation. He only has, does he have 5 fingers? He does. And there's a bit of a Mork and Mindy thing happening there. But if you look, right, this kind of parting. But if you look at a little closer, right, there's a symbol in his palm. And that just could be, I don't know why I'm attracted to this is his left hand. Let me just double check. Everything is very specific. So the left, no, it's the right. So everything gets transposed on the internet. So this is his right hand, right? This is my right hand. In his right hand, we're seeing his heart line, his lifeline, and his fate line. Interestingly, that even the devil has karma, right? And so we need to not sympathize with the devil. We need to empathize with the devil. We need to see that the devil is just like us. And, the devil is an archetype which represents listening to those thoughts that bring us down. But if we can have empathy, and if we can say, you know what, I've been through that too. I've felt pretty down. I've been sort of distraught by all my dark thoughts. I've kind of made mistakes. I've been addicted to something and just done the same thing again and again. I've promised myself I'm not going to react. This is me, and kind of yell about something, or, water drops on the floor and I lose it. I've promised myself I'm not going to do that again, and then I do it again. And so here comes in some self-forgiveness, but also forgiveness for others. I've never associated forgiveness with the devil card, but here we go. This is the archetype that's speaking to us about self-forgiveness and self-love. What a powerful, powerful card. Thank you for choosing it. Thank you for bringing it here for us to see, Anna. Love, I said love and light. What happened? We go through the darkness into the light, don't we? We walk with our hands together. We walk holding hands through the darkness, knowing that if we don't run away and we don't push it away and we don't think it's bad, and we say, hey, come here, come, devil, sit here. Let's have a little chat. Can you come closer? Come closer. I want to have a chat with you. I want to know why you're here exactly and what you have to, it's almost like, here is the messenger. Can we give ourselves that time with whatever it is that's visiting, whatever it is? Can we? I put my makeup on crooked. I'm like, can anybody see? Nobody can see because I'm too far away from the camera. But I could see. I was putting it on. There was like a splotch of silver on my eye. And I'm like, just before I came on, Jennifer texted me and I'm telling her it's going sideways because I'm not putting my makeup on properly. It's like, what's a big deal and what's a little deal? I talk with the children about this a lot. Because I've made a big deal of stuff, they've been mirroring that back to me. And now we talk a lot about what's a big deal, what's a little deal. And if this is a little deal, do we really need to worry about it? And that might just be something that has come up to be said for all of us here tonight. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. I'm sticking up here because I have Anna. And this is where I saw, Deborah O'Brien, Angels on Patrol. In Phoenix, the police help the kids. So I just seen somebody else give us another charity. Thanks for that, Deborah. And thanks for being here. I missed you. I missed your name come up. So Angels on Patrol is going in our charity. So the one that we've chosen is Mamas of Africa. I'll be letting Lara Sala know that her charity won tonight. So this one's going to go into the box for next month's draw. If you know any others, let me know. So this is a little mini reading, a little one card here for Anna. Lorelei, love prospect around me. Let's have a look. Love. The love boats. La, 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 la. I would say yes. This is the quintessential card of a love prospect. He is a knight, a young man who is offering a cup of love. And he's coming in, and look at the way the horse is. It's quite shy. So I think that this man who comes to you offering his love is a little bit shy and doesn't quite know whether you would accept his offer or not. So this is a genuine is attracted to you, but also respects you. So I suspect he's known you for a little while and sort of quietly admired you, but never had the opportunity to sort of, maybe just because he's shy, not had the opportunity to say anything, hasn't found the right time or the right moment, or may even need help in that area to kind of, how do you talk to girls kind of thing. And maybe it's like, like most of us, when we've experienced something in the past that was traumatic, then we're afraid to go out because of the fear of rejection. Fear of rejection is huge. I mean, it is so massive. And I see how it plays out in my life, where I don't give myself the opportunity to do things because I'm afraid. I've already assumed that I'm going to be rejected. But here he is. He's a really nice guy, super nice guy. And I believe he's spiritual. Why? Because I see these little wings coming off his feet. So when you have angel wings on your feet, that means that you're grounding a spirituality. And he's quite a passionate guy. So I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you. We could ask so many more questions, like when's he coming, and what's he, how are you going to meet him? Maybe you already know him. I mean, that sense that he knows you, he knows of you, and admires you is already there. So this is exciting. Yay for Lorelei. Love prospect. And we have mind relationships. Susie, I'd love to know about my awesome new home, how to find it and how I'll know. So that's two questions, right? How do I find my new home and how I'll know? Well, that's interesting, how I'll know. Maybe both of those questions will be answered by the one card. So let's have a look. This is now a new home for Susie. Let's have a look. La, 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 la. Here it is. A new home. So it looks like whatever business you have with the old home is taking its time. I went in a little bit quick there. Let's see. It's still focusing on me. So I'm learning to use this camera and the cards because I love the way it focuses on the cards. So this is the Death card. Now, when you pull the archetype cards, this is a Major Arcana card. It's the Death card. A Major Arcana card tells me that there's more to it. There's more to your question, and there's more to the answer of your question than a very quick yes or no, right? And of course, your question was not a yes or no. Your question was, how will I know? How will I find it? So at the moment, there's something that needs to end. So at the place that you're living, the home that you're currently in, it seems like there's either unfinished business or there are some loose ends that need to be tied up. I kind of see these bodies that are kind of half, this is the time of the plague, actually, where people were dropping. And this is, we've been talking a lot about and comparing the plague and COVID with, people that had been dropping on the streets. And it's quite a dramatic illness because people who do get sick very quickly and unexpectedly. And so this has nothing to do with sickness around the home, although, I am mentioning it, so I trust spirit and whatever comes through. But if anyone's been sick in the home, or, maybe you can let me know. But on the other side of that, when in comparison to the plague where death comes to visit, see that big rose? See the in the flag that represents a rose, and the rose represents the gift of the old home. So there really is, and you can see on the horizon you've got your new place in the new pathway opening up for you. So it's definitely your new home is coming to you. You just have unfinished business where you're at. And so if we were doing one reading, we'd go deeper into that. What is it that you need to sort of part with? What needs to resolve wherever you are, so that you can bring the energy of the new, or allow a vacuum for the new to come in. Because if we're very busy with the stuff that's currently happening, then we prevent and create resistance for that which we desire to come. And I don't know the particulars, but it would be good if you exercised some of those, law of attraction principles, where anything that's creating resistance in your environment, see if you can cut the ties with any of that using Phyllis Crystal's cutting the ties method of, sort of drawing the figure 8 around. I'd love to do a video on that, although there are tons of videos. So you could just Google Phyllis Crystal cutting the ties, that bind meditation, and there's a ton of people that do it online and show you how to do it. But yeah, so it feels like some loose ends, you can get rid of them and sort of really finish some things that are happening in the current home. And that's how the opening will come. And I just see that the new place will, it's almost like it's already there waiting for you. Once all this stuff clears that's current, it will be really super clear, This is, I think you're going to love this place. I really feel like you'll be working. Maybe you're going to find it through work. You're definitely going to be working and designing it. I can just see you designing and enjoying being in this new space. You're really going to love this new house once you're moving in this new home. So I'll leave it at that, because we're coming up to 1 hour. I do have some more time tonight. I kind of thought maybe we could go on a little longer because it's a launch party. Yay! And maybe what we could do now is give away the watercolor painting with the mantra on it. So this is the watercolor painting that I do, and it'll be on a beautiful piece of acid fast paper, 300 grams, hot pressed. Look at that wonderful paper. And so I'll use beautiful watercolors, and the way that I've been doing it is I've just been putting watercolor around. Sometimes I'll make a design. Maybe I can use 2 or 3 colors if you like, and you let me know what mantra you want to put in the middle. And I mean, it doesn't have to be a mantra. It can be anything that inspires you. It becomes a mantra, doesn't it? So every day in every way, I'm feeling more loving. Every day in every way, I'm loving and accepting myself. Or it could be the traditional Hindu mantras. There are so many that are so beautiful. If you look at my Instagram page at georgiamarantos3, I've got some that I made of the Gayatri mantra. And so if you like those, I can make you one of those in a color of your choice. But yeah, I would work with you on that. That would be a little custom gift. So we're going to do the number between 1 and, how many people are here? Let's see, 1 and 60. Okay, and let me see if I have the number. Between 1 and 60, and I'm choosing the number now. Okay, so put down the numbers that have come into your mind, and I'll do another reading while we wait. So now we're choosing numbers, we're raffling off this watercolor painting. Yay! Having so much fun. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. And we're going to choose a card now for Deborah Ward had said, this was earlier on, the Ace of Wands. We were talking about the lilies, and I've been a mud master for sure. I've also seen white doves everywhere for the last week. Oh, yes, the Holy Spirit. Just so beautiful. Oh, so Kristen says, I would love a card about keeping balance with motherhood. Oh, Kristen, you're amazing. Oh, so Kristen, I'm going to do you, but just before you, I think Jennifer Anderson says there's a Kathy's card for George. That's her uncle, right? And Candace has a question, and then Jenny. So I'm going to do four. I have four more people who have asked for cards, and I'm also going to pull one for Rebecca because I think she said woohoo, and you know what? A woohoo is a card. Rebecca, thank you so much for being here. You know, there were some people who didn't get my email blast, and for a long time, I've been not terribly good at sending out emails, and I don't add people onto my subscription list without their permission. And so whenever I've said, hey, if you want to subscribe, if someone hasn't subscribed and we're really good friends, well, I should probably just ask my friends, hey, you want to be on my list? Whenever I see them, which is probably, but yeah, please let me know if you want to be on my email list. Let me know, or once my website is up, there's literally a button. If you go to my contact page, you just put in your name and email, and you're already, once you click send, you're instantly subscribed. So, and hopefully that my website will be up this week. I was going to say tomorrow, but that's a little too ambitious. I don't think I could get it up that quick. So this is a card for Jenny. Actually, Rebecca. Rebecca's getting a card. Rebecca Scott, here is you. Oh, this is a card of balance. Do you see that? There's a coin on top of your head, the crown, a coin over your heart, which is just beautiful. Look at that yin and yang, his arm on top and the other arm below. So much balance. This card is all about balance. And I know you were in Creakin at Derek O'Neill's workshop where he was doing the body mudras. And I feel that this is a card that reminds you to continue doing them, continue bringing through the light, the golden orb of protection, and to maintain that balance of left and right. You're very balanced anyway. I feel that this card represents you as a balanced person in the midst of this crazy city that we call Manhattan, you know, and all of its energies. And I feel that everywhere you walk, you bring this balanced energy. And if you haven't been doing them, I'm sure you've been doing the mudras, and they actually help you maintain balance. And this is a series of exercises. And so even if you know some exercises where you're balancing both sides, you know, both sides of your body, that's all you need to do, really. And Tai Chi, they're very similar to Tai Chi or yoga, which completely balances the body, opens the chakras, balances the body, brings you into God consciousness. But yes, wonderful card. Jenny says, yes, please. Should I stay or should I move? Should I stay or should I go? That's probably not the words associated with that song. She's possibly moving out of her apartment. Okay. There's some music, some partying outside. It's Saturday night in our neighborhood. The bars are still closed, but I think they'll be opening up next week. Can you hear it? This is Led Zeppelin. So should I stay or should I move? I'm going to pick two cards. I know this is a should I stay or should I move? I have to pick one for staying and one for moving, right? And that's how I would do it. So staying and moving. You know, I picked a card for staying, and it's a card that's moving. So it seems like you're moving anyway, even if you were going to want to stay. And then moving is this card of the Knight of Pentacles, and it seems like if you do move, it will be into a place that you stay in for a very long time. So it feels like moving is in the cards for you. It certainly is, because this is a card of movement, the Chariot, and it's a major arcana card, so you can't ignore a card that's saying you are moving. And it might just be that there's something inside you in terms of, you know, emotionally, you know, either fearful about moving, or certainly this would be for me, just the idea of having to like pack everything up and move, just so daunting. And so whatever it is, you know, go with it. Go with the flow. Allow the fear to be there and just take the next step. Have a search. I think what will happen is that it will land in your lap. All right, they're not actually. So those, here we go. I think we're back in focus. I'm learning to love this camera. I love how much clarity it brings to the cards that I put close to it. I super love that. So I think we did one, and did we do 60? And then I chose a number for the watercolor print. Watercolor print. So just before I go, I want to remember that Candace Martin has a question, and Kathy. All right, let's see. So we've got numbers here, numbers, between 1 and 60. There's 44, 20, 27, 51, 52, 25, 10, 57. Okay, this is incredible because we have 2 people with the number that I chose, and Kristen Stoddart 33 and Jenny Dee 33. Yay! Both of you are going to get one. I can't choose. So therefore, we don't need to do it again. I'll just make one for both of you. So contact me, please, or I'll contact you. I now need to write everyone down who got something. So Lois got the 30-minute reading, and Susie got the mala, and Kristen Stoddart got the watercolor print. And Kristen is an amazing artist. I would love to have one of yours, Kristen. And Jenny got one, and I was just talking to you about moving. So both of you get a watercolor drawing, painting. Wonderful. Yay! Congratulations to all the winners. Woo! Woohoo! Congratulations. Well done. Thank you for being here. Thank you for participating. Thank you for winning, winners. I'm also going to send some of these Prima Prana hoodies. I'm going to send these to the people that came close. So I have 5 of them to give, and I'll choose you on the list and contact you. Okay? So I want to come back to the people that had some questions, and then we'll wrap up the party. I wish I had my drink next to me. It was such a scramble for me to do my makeup. Actually, doing the foundation, I don't do it regularly, so it didn't come so easily to me, and everything's dropping on the floor, and it was a comedy of errors. Oh, Jenny says, every day in every way I'm getting younger and younger. Oh, I love that. Oh, Jenny, you look so young. I can see that. Deborah Ward says, perfect card for Lorelei, who got the Knight of Cups. Not even an hour before you going live, we literally spoke of a knight riding in on a white horse. You manifested it. Well done. And that's how we do it, don't we? We manifest things all the time. We just do it unconsciously. But when we do it consciously like that, isn't that amazing? There's no resistance. We're going to manifest a knight on a white horse, a knight in shining armor with passion. Wonderful. Candace Martin, I'm going to find your question, and I'm going to pick a card for you. Here we go. Candace, I can hear the kids coming in. They've been out with their dad, which is so good. Here we go. Let me see. Candace, I want to find your question again. I actually love that you don't lose everybody's comments. Here we go. Would my business endeavor be more successful with a partner or on my own? I'm going to choose one card for your business venture being with a partner, and another one for it being on your own. Okay? And that's how we'll be able to compare and contrast the two. Here we go. So your business venture with a partner and on your own. So I love it when the cards are this clear. So business venture with a partner is the 7 of Swords. I feel like there'll be sort of clashes of thoughts. This is what the card's telling me right now, or at least what you're manifesting. Now, what you're manifesting now for a partner in this venture could be based on your experience with partners in the past. So I want to just say that it could be that you're manifesting this sort of idea of having a partner in this venture possibly causing you trouble, or not telling you the truth, or not always putting everything out on the, on the table, being very honest and transparent. That would be a worry of yours. So that we might be tapping into sort of a subconscious concern of yours, because when we look at you going out on your own, the cards are basically saying they're black and white. This is like with a partner, experience, carrying swords by the wrong end will just make your fingers bleed. And being on your own is this beautiful woman who's gathering lots of money, is quite rich and abundant and very happy doing what she's doing. So at the moment, I say that you are manifesting going into this business venture on your own. But if you do have concerns or worries about a partner, I would see if you could. So let's ask the question, and we're going to do this because I have a little bit of time. What if you were to scratch the surface, get rid of those worries? Would having a partner in this venture be helpful? So this is the Wheel of Fortune. And remember, we said if you have worries about having a partner and you got rid of those worries and kind of sorted them out, would having a partner be good for your venture? And this, to me, is the Wheel of Fortune that says yes. So I do think that you would have to change something karmic within your relationship with having somebody else in the business with you. Do you see? This card is a major arcana card. So I know that your question comes from having some concern around having a partner in this venture. So in a longer reading, we would sort of break that down and maybe look at what kind of beliefs your subconscious is holding on to that may be, or it could just be something that's karmic, that's come in from another lifetime that needs to be balanced out, as karma does. Right, with balanced. I love this camera. Love those cards. Hope that was helpful, Candace. It's definitely black and white, go on your own. But, sometimes it's hard to do things on our own. We do need help. So, bringing in a partner to do a little bit of help along the way may not necessarily be a full-on business partner. That's another option. So when we're doing one-on-ones, I look at all the options. We're like, so can I just contract somebody in for this bit and then, then go back to being on my own? Or can I have a partner for this part of my venture and not that part? So depending on what your venture is, it may be logical that you do that, or it may not be. It might not be feasible. So we've got one more. We've got George, Uncle George. Kathy's card for George. Here it is. That's her question. So we've got Uncle George. I've got 3 cards for him. I know we were doing mini readings. Oh, we got exactly the same cards. All right. 3 cards for George. So I think there are 3 things that we want to know about him. Do you see these cards? They're all almost look a little bit different, but here is the 7 of Swords that we were doing and the 9 of Coins. And in the middle is the Emperor. So I'm going to talk about the Emperor because the Emperor is a major arcana card. And the Emperor represents father, uncle. It also represents structure, foundation. And also the fact that he knows what he's doing. He has command of his life, whether he knows it or not, or whether the family around him know it or not. And that he's come in and he's created this for his own learning and understanding. And that's why he's in it. He's actually in it because there's a very powerful message for him. And this is coming through from Spirit. There's actually something in his right hand. And I'm not sure if his right hand has any trouble, but do you see this this kind of like soap figure or golden orb in his right hand? I do feel that he's holding very sacred energy in the right hand, and that could be what he's balancing out. You see this scepter that he's holding here? It's actually a feminine. I wonder if that's his right hand. Let me just double check. Let me double check if this is his right hand. So that was his left hand. So in his left hand, he's holding the globe, which is the golden orb, which comes from Spirit. And in his right hand, he's holding the scepter. Now, the scepter is actually the feminine symbol, isn't it? And so when you think about the fact that this king, who's masculine and very masculine, is holding a feminine symbol, sacred symbol, in his right hand, then he's balancing out his masculine and feminine energies. So where he's at in his life at the moment is all about balancing energies. And if we look at these two cards as, you know, extra messages, right? So this is definitely, you know, being careful about what kind of thoughts you hold and harbor for him. So don't hold any thoughts that are going to cause you any worry. So in fact, drop all worry. And see these two swords that are stuck in the concrete? All you need to do is know that all is well and all will be well, because he's got it. He's got it. He's got it under control. I think your Uncle George wants you to know and everyone to know that he's got this. And that's the way that he'll come into wherever his path goes. Do you see how his path into this big stone, and then it disappears and then it comes back out again? So his path continues and he's in control of where it goes. And then the abundance, you know, here is all the support that he has. He's highly supported. You need to know that he's highly supported, and all the support that you're providing him is helping him balance. See the two trees that are balanced on either side, very balanced. So you've been like a guiding light for him, and you know, the cream on the top. So know that all is well. Wonderful. Yay! Thank you, everybody. I'm kind of sad I don't have anything else to give away. Tara, hi. How are you? Sean says, love the blue and silver. You look marvelous, darling. Thank you so much. Oh, Tara asked for a card. I'm really glad I saw you. Maria says, it's all about integrating the shadow. Thank you. Integrating. Allowing the shadow to be present. Bringing it in. Inviting it closer. Come, let's be together. And in this togetherness, we become one. I love that. Thank you, Maria. Jennifer's. Me too. Love, romance, relationship. Absolutely. Okay, Tara, I'm going to give you a card, and Jennifer's getting a card too, because we can. We still have some time. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this card is for Tara. Tara. I wonder how your little duck is growing. So Tara Flynn is an amazing animal whisperer, and all kinds of animals come to her, and she's recently adopted a little baby duck egg, and the duck egg is growing. And it's almost like, you know, everything that you've done in your life up until now, you're looking at and you're thinking, wow, everything has led to this. Yes, everything has led to this. And you're a natural daydreamer, and you're a natural sort of positive thinker. And I think this is the way to continue being in life. Don't think about change. There's an absolute, you are perfect. So I would say that the message of this card is to continue doing what you're doing. You are so good at what you do. There's nobody else in the world like you. Really, absolutely. You are absolutely unique. And everything that you bring, not only to where your workplace, where you were working, and I'm not sure if you've gone back to work now. I'm not sure what's happening in Phoenix. I know that New York City has come out of lockdown, but all the different states are doing something differently with respects to COVID. And your work is not done with them, so I'm not sure if you're still employed with them, but this tells me that you'll still be going back to work there. Just know that you bring your energy and your connection with Source everywhere you go, and it's what makes you so in tune with animals is your connection, very powerful connection to Source. I've never read that card that way before. It's just extraordinary how the information comes through that's specific to the person. Sometimes it's got nothing to do with the card. I'm so excited that we're going to be able to explore the cards every week. I really do want to have this platform for people who are going to buy their own deck. You know, if you want me to put the link in for this particular deck, it's the Smith Waite Tarot deck, the borderless edition. I love it borderless because the images are big and you can see all the details. And illustrated by Pamela Coleman Smith. it's about $16 or $17 on Amazon, and definitely worth buying some if you wanted to learn how to read them. I know, Tara, you actually bought some animal tarot. Did they come? This one is for Jennifer. Jennifer's relationship question comes with the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess, oh, we have had so many major arcana cards. Let me see if I can hide behind her so that the camera can focus on her. Oh, there she is. The High Priestess is gorgeous. She's the divine feminine, and she holds all the knowledge. She actually represents the Akashic records. So, Jennifer, what I would recommend is that you go into your Akashic records and have a look at what they say about relationship for you. And I believe that we can rewrite our Akashic records, especially given the kind of magic and artistry and manifestation that we have been gifted with through our the teachings and our understandings and the works of Derek O'Neill. That's DerekO'Neill.com. So he's a master healer and teacher, and if you want to learn more about him, look him up on his website. But we've talked about the Akashic records, and I think in this most recent workshop of his, he mentioned that the Akashic records sit separate to the Bardo, that they're on a different dimension. And if you want to work with, there are people specifically who work with the Akashic records, but I believe that you could actually tap into them yourself because you are ready and fertile for a relationship. See the covering, see those pomegranates and pineapples and tropical. I even see taking a vacation. So once the borders open up and once the airplanes are flying, Jennifer, I can see you just immediately leaving the Northeast and going somewhere tropical. And I really commend you for that. Any kind of vacation would be very welcome for you. And if you went on your own just to spend some time, or if you went with friends, I mean, it's really something that's going to be quite beautiful and relaxing. I also got the Hangman. Right? So the Hangman works with the High Priestess and says, let's manifest this by letting go. Right? So the way to create vacuum for a manifestation is to actually not think about it. And so when we want to, so this is actually a quote of Derek O'Neill's, although he credits Ramana Maharshi for this, doesn't he? Which is that if something is meant for you, it will come to you. And if something isn't meant for you, it won't come to you. But in the meantime, all you have to do is be still. And that's what the Hangman is saying. So the Hangman, so here I am telling you to go and, run into the Akashic records. At the same time, if you were doing that with somebody, with yourself, I do believe that there's an Akashic record guided meditation reading that guided meditation that I have that I could link you to. And it takes you up into the Akashic records. It takes you to the door, and then you and the person, the librarian in the Akashic record, have a conversation. And so you and they bring you your book, and then you have a look at it and see if there's anything in it that you want to change. And it's interesting because there's a bargaining there, isn't there? Because you have the capacity to change your karma at any point. And how do we do that? We change our karma by looking at what it is that we've done before and balancing that out ourselves. Can we do that? Yeah, sure we can. I believe that we can. So, for example, the more good deeds we do for others, these things are sort of ka-ching. These things are kind of seen and not measured, but noted in our spiritual sort of bank account or our spiritual life, which is the Akashic records. So everything that we do in this present moment brings, more positivity, or brings us into a space of vibrating into happiness and joy. And the more that you do things that bring you into a space of happiness and vibrating in joy, then that's how the things that you desire come to you. And you probably have a whole bunch of desires, right? And we all do. We just shoot off our rockets of desire. I want this and I want that. And all of that is perfect and good. It's kind of what keeps us alive. If we didn't have any desires, we'd be finished. We'd be leaving the body. And it's great to have desires so we can enjoy them. We just don't want to be attached to them. So we don't want to hold on to the desire, the rocket that we've just shot off, because the more we hold on to it, then we're not allowing the energy to come. And I know you know all of this. I feel like I'm telling you something you already know. But I really loved that the Akashic Records came up, because that's something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. And Kristen Stoddart, I've got a question for you too. I'm going to pull a card for you, and then I think we'll end with that one. Forgive me if anyone else has said anything. Rebecca says, fabulous launch into very successful, abundant, inspiring YouTube channel. Thank you so much, Elaine. I appreciate that. Thank you, everybody, for hanging around and coming. Thank you. Oh, Jeanette, hi. I'm happy to be tuning in. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, everybody. Oh, Tara Flynn says that the animal cards came in. She's ready to take my tarot class. Yeah, I actually have a whole online tarot course for people to learn and understand the traditional tarot, the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot. But if you're doing it with me, then we can use the cards that you have and sort of see the similarities and differences and talk about how you would create a database of understanding for your own self. There's really the same structure exists, the skeletal structure exists behind every set of tarot. And if you remember that they're archetypes, and then there's 54 cards that are all about our daily life and the people that we meet in them, then it becomes very easy. So we had... Yes, Jennifer says, I would definitely enjoy that link into Akashic Records. I will bring that up for you. And I think I even uploaded it onto Vimeo. So it was a video that I had recorded as part of the tarot course that I ran, the online tarot course that I was just talking about. And we got to meet the Empress, we got to meet the Divine Mother. This is the the Empress is coming into my mind. And I think that's what happened in the meditation too. I think we were doing the Empress, and the Empress, the Divine Mother, and the Earth Mother kind of came in together. But it was we took the elevator up into the sort of clouds, and we went into the Akashic Records. So yeah, I'll give you that link. I'm quite happy to share it with anybody. I might even post it on YouTube, see if other people would be interested in it. One more card. Kristen, about being a mother. I'm going to choose a card for Kristen on being a mother. You're an amazing mum. Look at this. You are an amazing mum. I've heard, so I would happen to be, I'm not sure if I overheard, or maybe I was in a workshop when Derek told you, Kristen, that if he was a baby, he would love for you to have been his mother. That's a compliment that I have never heard him give anybody else. And I believe it's the highest compliment for you. And this card echoes that, because look at how beautifully this hand is holding this coin. There's just so much love. You're such a great mum. Just keep doing what you're doing, and you will create beautiful, beautiful humans, because they're already beautiful. But in your facilitating and allowing of them to be themselves, you create humans who can do that for others. So I'm in awe of you, and I wish that I could be a fly on the wall to see how you do it so that I can do it too. Beautiful card, Kristen, beautiful card. Thank you. So Jennifer Anderson says, Kathy says thank you and she loves you. I love you too. Jennifer Anderson, my question is, when do I meet the sweet, funny, hot, conscious honey? Wait a second. So we've got, I've got the card. So I've got to get the camera's focusing, and I've got to get it coming back here. Oh. So at the moment, this is the way things are looking. Susie says, sending love to George and to you, Kathy. That's wonderful. Sending is much love to everybody. Yes, absolutely. Sending so much love to everybody. Susie says, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I've had so much fun. Kelly, thank you. Thank you. Everyone's saying this is wonderful. You're also awesome. And Kristen Guerrero, congrats on your launch. This was a fun night, such a beautiful time. Thank you. Thank you for your enlightening intuition and loving energy. We've got 2 more minutes. Anna says, so happy for you, Georgia. Much success. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to all of you. Thank you to your patience with me. Thank you for you coming. Thank you for asking questions, for participating. And congratulations to everybody who won something. Yay. And tune in, let your friends know if you know anybody who wants to be a part of this and to come and learn the tarot with me. Please let them know. And next week we'll start giving money to our chosen charity, the Mamas of Africa, and I'll let you all know about that on social media. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Did I want to say anything else? Just, I mean, so much love and gratitude for everyone who's come, for your support. Thank you so much. I support you too. And have a great night and a great weekend. Good night. Bye, everybody.